Get ready for the action, because the 79th Cannes Film Festival jury is officially revealed. Demi Moore, Chloe Zhao, and many more are joining the panel to decide who takes home the Palme d'Or. We break down who else is on this powerhouse jury and what it means for the competition this year.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALEN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
The buzz around Cannes doesn't stop there, because Jacob Elordi has unfortunately pulled out of the jury due to a foot injury, which is a tough break for the group. We look at the impact of this setback on the high-stakes environment of the festival and what it means for the journey of the jury members. Meanwhile, in international cinema, the Sydney Film Festival is rolling out its massive program, featuring 19 films coming straight from Cannes. We dive into the lineup including Andriy Zvyagintsev Minotaur and Asghar Farhadi's Parallel Tales, showing you exactly what cinematic masterpieces are hitting the screens. And finally, the biggest cinematic event of the year is getting a massive boost with a 4K restoration of Ken Russell's controversial film, The Devil's Hitting the Cannes Classics Strand. We explore why this uncut, restored version is so important and what it signals for the future of classic cinema. Stay tuned right here for all the latest updates. The jury for the 79th Cannes Film Festival has been officially announced, featuring a high-profile lineup of talent. Director Park Chan-wook is confirmed as the president of the festival for this year's event. Joining him to judge the competition, including the prestigious Palme d'Or, is a distinguished panel comprising Demi Moore, Ruth Negga, Laura Wandel, Chloe Zhao, Diego Cespedes, Isach Debenkele, Paul Laverty, and Stellan Skarsgård. The winner of the Palme d'Or will be announced on May 23rd. In related news from the festival circuit, Jacob Elordi has withdrawn from participating on the jury due to a recent foot injury. Reports indicate that Elordi broke his foot and believes the travel requirements of the Cannes jury, which necessitate movement along the Croisette for premieres and events, made participation impossible. Shifting focus to Hollywood, actress Lucy Hale is slated for her next romantic comedy role. Deadline reports confirm that Hale will star in the upcoming fantasy romance film titled Vision Board. This project marks a reunion with Peter Hutchings, the director of The Hating Game and Which Brings Me to You, as this will be their third collaboration. The film is set to follow a struggling fashion designer who drunkenly creates a vision board, only to awaken to a reality where she has achieved the dream life she envisioned. A biographical drama inspired by the life of legendary Latvian basketball player Ulya Semjonova, titled Ulya, is set to make its world premiere at the Cannes Film Festival in the Uncertain Regard section. The film, directed by Latvian filmmaker Visters Kairis, chronicles the athlete's journey from a rural upbringing marked by struggles with her unusual height and identity to achieving basketball stardom. The production stars Latvian actor Karlis Arnolds Avots, who also co-wrote the script with Livia Ullman and Andris Feldmanis. Cinematography was managed by Wojtek Starin, and the film is backed by producer Guntis Trektoris of Ego Media, with Eva Norvalian, Pil Runk, and Malgorzata Starin serving as co-producers, while B-rated international handles sales. The narrative begins in 1964, set in Soviet Union-era Latvia. The synopsis reveals that Ulya's family is troubled by her height, questioning her place in the world. Growing up in an Old Believers community, adhering to strict pre-17th century Russian Orthodox religious practices, further isolates her from societal norms. Despite being called to Riga to join a renowned basketball team by coaches, Ulya grapples with self-acceptance, facing the critical choice between hiding or striving to become the world's best basketball player. Hollywood Reporter has released 2 exclusive clips from the black and white film. The first clip immerses viewers in a basketball training session, emphasizing that physical size is not a limiting factor and highlighting the athlete's unique physical presence. The second exclusive scene focuses on the protagonist's religious background within her Old Believer family, prompting questions about whether basketball will become her new faith. Noi Dung Kai Tait. The Sydney Film Festival has officially unveiled its comprehensive program for the 73rd edition, featuring 248 films from 81 countries, including 19 selections from the Cannes Film Festival. The festival will run from June 3 to 14 at the State Theatre, Sydney Opera House, and various cinemas across the city. /N the festival kicks off on June 3 with the Australian premiere of the documentary, Silenced, directed by Selena Miles, which follows international human rights lawyer Jennifer Robinson as she challenges the weaponization of defamation law targeting survivors and journalists. Miles and Robinson will present the Sundance title tracing the cases of Brittany Higgins, Catalina Ruiz Navarro, and Amber Heard. /N the official competition marks the 18th year of the Sydney Film Prize, an award valued at odd $60,000, recognizing audacious, cutting-edge, and courageous filmmaking. Key contenders in the competition include Andriy Zvyagintsev thriller, Minotaur, a return for the director, Asghar Farhadi's Parallel Tales, featuring a French cast including Isabelle Huppert and Catherine Deneuve, Koreda Hirokazu's near-future drama, Sheep in the Box, which explores bereaved parents using AI to reconstruct their families, and Paul Polakowski's portrait Fatherland, set in post-war Germany, starring Sandra Hüller and Hans Zischler. /N selections from the Cannes competition are also featured, including Marie Kreutzer's Gentle Monster with Leia Seydoux, Vailska Greisbach's The Dreamed Adventure, and Christian Mungiu's English-language debut Fjord. Other notable entries include Marie Clémentine Dussab-Jambo's Benimana, an account of post-genocide reconciliation in Rwanda. International prize winners round out the lineup, featuring Visar Morina's Shame and Money, a Sundance Grand Jury Prize winner, and Elaine Gomez, Dow from the Berlinale competition, alongside Olivia Wilde's Sundance hit, The Invite. The Australian horror entry, Leviticus, a breakout Sundance title about teenage boys confronting a shape-shifting evil, represents local cinema. /N Kleber Mendonça Filho will chair the jury alongside Ildiko Enietti, Bu Junfeng, Australian cinematographer Ari Wegner, and Sally Riley. The Sydney Film Prize winner will be announced at the closing night gala on June 14. /N festival director Nashin moodily emphasized the event's mission. We want to invite you to join us at SFF this year, where each moment offers an opportunity for discovery and empathy. Art and cinema help us make sense of the world, take us into the lives of people far away from us, and remind us to remain vigilant about our own rights and freedoms. And we can't forget, they're also an enormous source of joy. /N special presentations at the State Theatre highlight major festival selections, including Cannes films like Ira Sachs, The Man I Love, Jane Schoenbrun's Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma, and Kurosawa Kiyoshi's The Samurai and the Prisoner. Other highlighted features include Michael Sarnoski's The Death of Robin Hood and Yon Sang-ho's Colony. Australian features lead with Natalie Erica James' body horror, Saccharine, Dario Russo's The Fox, and Anthony Mara's Pressure. /N the program also showcases significant Asian cinema, featuring Anthony Chen's We Are All Strangers, the first Singaporean film in the Berlinale competition, alongside Thai director Penek Ratnarwong, Mort Kusana and Clara Law's Ripples in the Mist. /N dedicated awards are also on display, including the First Nations Award, which supports Indigenous filmmaking, and the Sustainable Future Award, recognizing environmental cinema. /N finally, a retrospective titled The Tropical Trail offers a 6-decade look at Brazilian cinema, featuring 4K restorations of classics such as Tsai Ming-liang's Vive Elamer and Tiang Shuxuan's The Arch. Ken Russell's controversial and previously censored 1971 film, The Devils, is set to receive an uncut 4K restoration screening at the Cannes Film Festival this year. This development brings director Guillermo del Toro closer to realizing his wish for a definitive release of the film, which he had previously expressed a desire for after lamenting its lack of a definitive, restored 4K disc. According to The Hollywood Reporter, The Devils will be featured in the Cannes Classic Strand as part of an eclectic lineup of cleaned-up prints. The screening is significant because the film has been heavily censored in its initial release, limiting its availability. The 117-minute cut, unearthed by Mark Kermode in 2002, was the closest version to a definitive release scene for nearly 25 years. Guillermo del Toro has expressed high regard for the film, describing Ken Russell's work as unique and possessing an exceptional energy. He stated that Russell's The Devils is among the greatest movies ever directed. The Cannes Classics selection for this year includes several major titles, such as Akira Kurosawa's Sugata Sanshiro, Orson Welles' The Stranger, and Chen Kaiji's Farewell My Concubine, alongside Rob Cohen's The Fast and the Furious. Industry observers speculate that the festival screening of The Devils could signal that a 4K disc release is imminent. The film is noted for its lurid depiction of 17th-century religious zealotry, power hunger, and madness.